Howdy folks, welcome back to Mine Mogul. We are chugging along. We got a decent amount of money now. And you can see I kind of rerouted the gold. So it goes around and it gets made into plates as well. So we got that chugging along. We're almost there on the gold plates. We're over halfway on the copper. And of course we're done with the iron. That was not a big deal, but we also need to do steel plates. And for that we're going to use the casting furnace. So we're going to figure out how that works on this episode. And let's see, what else did I do? I did, to get gems, I did set up another sorter basket here. So any gems coming from any of this mining, we'll go through here and get polished and dumped in there. And you can see we're done with the gems and the rubies, or sorry, the diamonds and the rubies. And we're still waiting on the emeralds, so we need 3 more of those to eventually show up. So we'll see how that goes. But let's figure out how the steel works. So we're going to want a casting furnace. $32,000. Ouch. And then I'm assuming we need a mold of some kind? I don't know for sure. Deposit steel ingot. Unlocks gear casting mold. Okay. So what's this thing even look like? Oh my goodness. That's the output. Okay, so obviously coal goes in there. And then it has 3 outputs. More coal required for steel, right? So we can dump coal in there, it looks like. And then those are outputs, I guess. Where does the input go? Deposit steel ingot. Do we dump it in the top? Oh, we dump it in the top, I bet. Okay. Well, I kind of want to tear down all of that and see how that works. We've got enough iron plate. So let's go turn off the things. Get my headlamp back on. I'm going to turn you off. Turn you off. And then we go way up here and turn this other guy off. So our iron quits coming through. Turn off. There we go. Let that all just filter down, and then we'll just redo all of this, and we'll try to turn it into steel. So we are getting some coal out of here. I don't know if it'll be enough. Or not. This thing is quite the behemoth. Pick that back up. So that can still be our iron input. But I may want to pull the... I guess everything that comes through here would be... This would all be coal, right? Because we're pulling out the iron, we'll pull out the gems. So that should go. That should work. Alright, let's click that on through, and then we're just going to dismantle... this, although it looks like we dropped a plate at some point. Send that through. Come on now, work with me. Not so much. Wow. Oh, this isn't a polishing machine. I'm dumb. That's what's going on. Get out of here. We got some coal I picked up. Alright. Let's quit being dumb. How about that? We're going to waste an ingot, but that's okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. Get rid of that and that. Throw you guys in there. Alright, we also need to make copper rods. So I meant to redo the copper. That can get made into rods over here, perhaps. It's number 7. So this is our rod extruder. Perhaps have here, and then we can take them over to get polished, maybe. So we want our copper to come over here. Slight detour on the steel making. Need this to come over this way. That and come down into there. Ta-da! And it'll spit out rods. And get all these back. Like that. Beautiful. And then we need you to throw the rods up there, but that's not going to work. We're going to need some rollers. Right. Rods don't play nice with those. So conveyors. Oh, those are still locked. Okay, let's go into our research. And where is rollers? Rollers. Rare. Basic rolling conveyors. So we've got 11 tickets. We can unlock some stuff. That will get us the 2 that we need. Perfect. We'll look at getting some more stuff eventually. So I want a straight and a ledge. That will pop them up over. Where are you? You there, and then we need number 7. Need to hit the right key. I don't know that that will work. It manages to go on there at will. Is that just going to flip up? Yeah, that's not really necessarily going to work great, is it? What we need to do is have multiple of those. And let's get that out of the way for now. Alright, you go away, and then if we have one of these dropping onto one of these, and then back to one of those, that should in theory work. There it goes. Whee! Those should work their way over and go through the polisher. Indeed. Alright. Copper rods are being made. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Now, back to your regularly scheduled steel making. Send those through the polisher. Okay, so number 9 is this giant behemoth, which I can't even hardly see because it's so huge. I almost need like a different perspective for building. I can't really tell what I'm doing. Nope, that's not right. Okay, so we know it's like inside that, so we need to come down, and then I need to go over that. That looks like that would dump into there. And then we need coal coming in here, so actually I need to rotate that a bit, don't we? We want the single on this side, so we want that there. Yeah, I think that will go in. We will find out. And then what happens if we just start sending iron through here? Don't actually know. But what we do need is to bring coal over. So let's get rid of that. And then let's pretend like this will work. Something like that. Yeah, let's pretend like that'll work. And then let's turn on all auto miners. We'll fire those back up and we'll see what happens. We just need one more emerald gem. Come on, emeralds. Oh, there's a diamond. Came through from the gold, apparently. Oh, you know what? I might have an emerald over here. I forgot. I never did plumb this in over here. This is just dropping out onto the ground. There we go. Got ourselves some emeralds right here. Need to eventually get that plumbed in. Have it sorted or whatever. Alright, do you want to send those through the plate roller? No, not through the plate roller. Not through the plate roller! Ah, crap. Forgot I couldn't grab them. I wasn't fumbling fast enough, but that should get those two done. Oh, and we had the one come through from there too at the same time. Nice. Deposit steel ingot. Yeah, we need to make some steel ingots. What's going on over here? More coal required for steel. We're not getting any coal through? Just don't have enough. Nice. Okay. So we got some of that. What is that? Is that slag? Send it through the old analyzer here. Iron junk cast. Oh, do I need a mold? I don't really know what I'm doing. It doesn't really tell you what to do. It does say product is iron. Oh, I bet the mold goes in there. Okay. Well, if we go back to machines, we had a double ingot casting mold, which is locked. We've got the ingot casting mold. Do we need 3 of those? So we're just making junk right now. Ah. Wait, did it put all 3 in there? No. In there. Ooh, just put it in there in the nick of time. Alright, let's get all this crap out of here. Okay, so that just makes like 3 at a time because we're not supplying enough coal, so we need to up our coal production. So what we could do is we're done with the gems for now. So let's turn that off. We need all this coal going over to our steel production. Let's grab those out. We're going to reuse those in the basket. And we want to pull you out. Then we're going to stick you in here. We're going to switch your direction. It's auto doing stuff. I don't want you to auto do stuff. I want you to do what I'm telling you to do. There you go. Oops. I push left click instead of R. R drops it. There it goes. Okay, so then the coal. And then go over to our steel making production. I don't think we can snake around behind, so we'll have to go this direction with it. We will come over here. Let's go over one more. We'll just dump onto here. Yeah, that's the ticket. Alright, we'll turn you on. None of this stuff matters anymore. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You were redoing the coal. So close. That. You guys up. Perfect. Right, let's put that back to not in conveyors. Okay, are we getting enough coal now? Sufficient coal for steel. Okay. That mean we're getting steel ingots? Is that steel? That is a steel ingot. Alright, cool. We got stuff. Here you. Okay, it's sloppy, but we're making steel. So we need steel ingots. I don't know that they need to be polished. So let's just send them on through to get sold. So we'll do that, that, and just a little bit of that. Perfect. You probably ought to be one of these as well, just in case it gets heaped up in there. All right, there goes the steel. Beautiful. Bonk. No, that didn't work, but it's okay. Physics is fun. Alright, we're going to have our steel shortly, and then it's going to want us to make other stuff besides those ingots. That's cool. It makes 3 at a time. You can either make metal or you can mix stuff. Very cool. Deposit steel ingot, and then that's going to unlock that. We're almost there on the copper rods. There we go. Deposit steel gear. Yeah, about that. It doesn't really... Oh, this is the coal. Oh. Okay, so we just barely have enough coal for steel. Got it. All right, we need to deposit steel gear. So that means we need to... Do we need to research anything? No, I think we just have to buy it. Is it locked? Nope, it's not. It's $1,800. All right, we need steel gear and also steel ingots. Okay, so we'll get one of those. And we'll put this stuff up here. Did they change that? I don't know. Something funky was going on there. Alright, so I want to switch this guy. We have to pick up. There we go. Okay, we'll just keep that. There goes our steel gear. Nice. All right, I need to get a nice screenshot of all this steel making going on. Perfect. All right, so that'll do that. We need twice as many gears though, so I should probably get 2 of those. Well, I don't know how many gears we're going to need for the other stuff. We'll leave it alone. One thing I forgot to show though in the last video is this geode. In case you haven't seen those getting broken, because I broke this one off camera. I was going to break this, so it just kind of looks like a rock, smooth rock, and then you bust it. You get these, and I think maybe we can polish these. Let's go test that theory. Actually, do I have a polisher? I do. Let's just test that theory right here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, definitely polished. Cool. Well, we'll polish these up and we'll put them in the little cell bin. So that guy's worth 122. The guy's worth 174. So there you go. It's worth it to polish stuff. Did you get polished? You can go through the whole thing. I don't like that this blocks the cell bin, but that's okay. Yeah, there we go. Money well spent. One thing we haven't unlocked yet is the wrench. I'm going to spend a ticket on that. Unlock that. Then I think we have to buy that. Under tools. Yep. So we'll get one of those. I'm going to try out the jackhammer too. Now that we've got a little cash to play with. Take that. Take that. Take that there. Nice. Alright, there was some coal over here that I think needed broken up. Neat. We'll just put that on there and it'll make its way over to the steel maker. Alright, how we doing? We need, oh, we didn't need very many ingots, so we need 30 more steel gears. Alright, we'll just let it do its thing, or do we need more of those? I think we can just let it do its thing. Copper rods are not coming along super quick, so we could work on getting more copper coming, and we may have to sort out some coal. So let's grab a couple of the sorter baskets. We've got quite a few of those, but let's go ahead and grab 10 more straights. And then we need maybe 2 more of the auto miners. And then if you didn't watch the first season, let me show you about the wrench. So if we get the wrench, we can use that to remove supports. So it adds the support under like every single thing. So the wrench will just let you do that. And if you want to put them back, you just right click. Boink. So that can be handy for just kind of cleaning up the clutter. Making it a little less obnoxious. Anywho, let's go get our copper production ramped up a little bit. Those ingots on the belt. We got all kinds of little guys over here. What are you guys doing over here? Not entirely sure. And then every once in a while a gem will fall out of here. Not too often. May get that plumbed in at some point. For now it's fine. It's a little tricky getting over in here. You have to like jump and crouch. There we go. Alright, number 7 for the auto miner. So that's copper. That's a big miner, which we don't have unlocked yet. Are the only 2 back here? I thought there were like 3. Alright. We'll turn you off for now. Then we need to get this plumbed in because there's also going to be coal coming out of here now. We don't want it just dumping everywhere. So what we could do is bring this over a bit and then turn. Oh, hey. That's just iron. I've really been up here to look around. Got all kinds of stuff. So this, if we could get it over there, it would sort out the coal and stuff and the gems naturally off that other sort of setup that's already there. So let's kind of just come across here. I need to bend. Be a long way for this to work its way over, but we'll get there eventually. And then we want to turn We can just fall down onto here. It will sort out the coal and the gems will get polished and life will be good. That's a big spot. That's just iron. Nothing else up here. Alright, fair enough. Okay, now we can go turn on that other miner, which I can just do from here. Turn on all auto miners. That will get some more, a little more copper coming through. I thought we had more copper veins than that. We may not have those until we open up more of this stuff. That will get some copper coming in, so that will be good. Our gold continues to flow over. And a lot of this needs cleaned up. We'll see how the episodes go. I might do a complete rebuild as part of the next episode to get everything a little neater. Where are we at with steel gears? We're at 28 out of 40, so we're getting there. Slowly but surely. And we got lots of coal now. I don't know what happens if you get too much coal. Oh, we've got enough coal before that comes over. So if this ends up being too much, we'll just redirect it to sell. Look at that money rolling in now, though. That's awesome. Let's go take a look at the research tree while we're up here. So we have the vertical bulk sorter, which I think will come in handy sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and unlock that. I kind of like having lids on the baskets, but it doesn't necessarily matter. We'll keep that in mind. I do want the walled conveyors. And then the heavy-duty conveyor blocker we don't need. This is all of the walled ones. Perfect. The T-junction is nice. This guy is nice. But it looks like we have to unlock this to get to that. So I guess we'll spend a point on that. Spend a point on that. It's the T-junction. I kind of want the merging conveyor. Let's go for that one and then that one. No, that's locked. 2 research tickets, but this research is locked. We have to have both of these. Is that how that works? Okay. Got it. Then we can get the merger. Alright, then we just have 2 tickets left. The smart splitter. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we spent all our tickets. That's probably bad. But we'll be making more here pretty soon. Copper rods. Oh, we need iron rods as well. Okay, so what we could do is pull you off and send you the opposite direction. And we need a rod maker. The rate that copper's coming in, we could just bring this over here. Oh no, that's steel. Never mind. We don't want to do that. We're not making iron here anymore. We'll do something else for that. We'll have to get iron rods going. So what have we got here? Oh, here we have iron. All right, you're going to be our rod maker. So we need another smelting setup to make ingots. So let's grab the stuff for that real quick. While we're still making gears, we're almost done. So we want machines. We need an ore crusher and a blast furnace. So we'll stick our ore crusher here. Like that. We'll get our stuff up into there. Beautiful. Have you go into our... Already had one of those. Oops. Okay, we'll be making plenty of these. Have you go like that. My view go up and over. Oops. What did I do? Did something wrong. Actually, we could just drop it right over there. So if we did a upsy daisy and then a dropper, that should do that. All right, and this only puts out, oh, it puts out gems too. So I do need a sorter. Whoopsie. Yeah, this auto thing with the sorter basket is weird. Yeah, I want you to do that. You'll drop in there, and then I want the emeralds. Do I have an emerald handy? Probably not. That's why I always try to keep some of those around. Oh, there goes one. Come here. Perfect. Good timing. Need you over here in the sorter basket. Alright, if you're an emerald, you will not get crushed. You will go elsewhere. That is just ingots. We could pipe it over to here. We go under there? That might not quite work. I do need more straight conveyors though. Yeah, we already got one out of there. Look at that. Right, one more over, and then you. You. One of you. And one of you. That will go down. It'll end up going through the sorter basket. And it's not gold, so it'll go on through and it'll get polished and sold. Beautiful. Are we making iron rods? We are. Look at that. We have one iron rod out of 40. There goes number 2. Or 3. Cool. We got the other one done. We need we need copper gears now. Oh, so we have to rejigger the whole thing, huh? Start making copper gears. All right. Well, we need to turn off... We need to turn off the coal, don't we? We need to shut everything off? Quest heavy auto miner. Purchase heavy auto miner from the computer shop. Deposit iron ore clusters. Okay. That's easy enough to do. We'll get into that next episode. But I don't know if I want to switch this over to making gears. Or if I want to just buy it. Well, the other one is... These are $32,000 a piece, aren't they? So I guess that answers that question. Okay. We need to not put coal in there anymore. So you can just drop onto there and get sold. And you can use one of our fancy new T-junction blocks that I don't have on me. We need a merging conveyor. Yes, please. Throw one of these down there. Pull all this crap out of there. Get most of it in the bin. Pick this back up because it's not doing anything anymore. We'll let that all run out. It's got a bunch of coal still in there. So we'll let that run through, and then next episode we'll be kind of rejiggering everything, I think. We need to do copper. We're still doing copper rods, but we need to get set up. Once those are done, get those set up to do ingots and to do copper gears, which means we really want to just send the ore over. Because we need to, or else we'd move the caster to over here temporarily. That might be the solution. And then run the gears out. And then we would redo this so it doesn't go through the rod thingy. Yeah, what a wonderful mess we've got here. We've got enough money now. We can maybe just start redoing everything, get some lines set up where we have ore coming in, and then we can decide what to do with it. I'm not sure. I think we'll do a reorg, though, for next episode. I'll let the copper rods finish up, and then we can go from there. And we'll get into the heavy auto miner. We're almost done with copper plates as well. Before I redo the steel, though, I need to start making steel plates. Yeah, we may do steel before we do. Now that I got rid of all my coal, I can redo that. But I don't know. We'll figure something out. We're gonna do some recombining, redesigning next episode. Thanks as always for hanging out, folks. I will catch you in the next adventure. Take care.